You already had a couple winners drawn. I thought you had a couple ready to go. Hold on,
Oh,
she's unmuting.
she's muted.
She's I can unmute her. Hold on. There, now do it, Heidi.
Yes. Andrea Dudley, Dudley.
Okay.
And
One more.
Cynthia Gonzalez.
And Cynthia Gonzalez. Okay, so Andrea Dudley and Cynthia Gonzalez. What you're gonna do is don't message me on here on the chat, message me privately on Facebook and say, hey, yay, I'm a winner. Here's my address to ship your prize. And I'm playing Beat the Postman, and we've still beaten him so far today. So the other prizes have gone out and I've sent tracking. And so then when somebody else trains, I hop up and I run and Beat the Postman and ship some more prizes out. So if you were a winner, congratulations. Okay. So moving on to our next topic. I hope you guys are enjoying this so far today. I think we're learning some great stuff. Hopefully you guys are loving that. I would like to ask Barbara Rossi to, are you on here, Barbara? If you are, unmute yourself. Let's see. There she is. Yay. There she is. Okay, so Barbara's going to talk a little bit about the next 3 weeks of our business and really what to focus on and what to rock and why and how it affects as we finish the year and finish all those good things. Somebody that's not Barbara is unmuted as well that needs to not be unmuted. All right, take it away, Barbara. Oh, I'm sorry. Barbara is one of our amazing org leaders. She just stepped up in the last month or two to 5-star director, so she's killing it. So great job, Barbara. She's got some fun stuff to tell you, so listen.
Hey guys, so congratulations for having an awesome record breaker. I wanted to say that because I've been wanting to say it since we did all those amazing numbers. I'm super excited, super proud. I saw a couple of my girls in there and that was great. And one of the reasons that we're seeing so many people doing all these great sales is because they're not being afraid to ask people to book parties. That's one of the things I just like to remind people is to try and always book at least 2 parties from every party. That's going to soar your business. October, we crushed it. That means you had a bunch of parties. So did you book 2 parties from every party? And if you haven't, maybe you could go back and ask them again, or ask the host if she even knows somebody. You know, now that I'm looking back over my records, I have an extra opening available. Could you help me out? So that's those things. And did you guys see the other day we were in the news? So Tupperware was in the news. We've had 3 times the amount of growth, 3 times the amount of people are partying. Our commissions have increased, our parties have increased. The consumer knowledge about Tupperware has come back, like back in the 40s when everybody's grandma had parties and bowls. That's what some generations are telling you, like, oh, my mom used to do that, or my grandma used to do that. Well, now again, it's our generation. Okay, it's the millennial generation. I don't even know what generation I'm called, but it's us. Okay, so now is our time to be doing this. And so 2020 might have been kind of a year, but it's really not been if we look at the big scheme of things, because the people that aren't benefiting in Tupperware, so the consultants in Tupperware who aren't benefiting from everybody being at home and everybody needing longer food storage, they're the ones that are kind of afraid to ask for parties. So I want you guys to be asking every single person at parties to have a party, if that makes sense. It's almost like one of my girls last month booked 6 parties from a party. And so if she would have been settled with, she got 2 parties, she would have just stopped. But she didn't stop. She kept asking and kept asking. And she got 6 parties off of 1 party. And I thought that was fantastic. And it reminded me of baseball or softball. So some of you moms out there, or you probably know what I'm talking about. But also when I was playing baseball in high school, like so many moons ago, when I was taught to run to first base, to overrun first base. Don't slow down because you think you're going to hit first base on time. You overrun it full speed the whole entire time. So when you are booking parties and you have two and you're like, okay, yeah, I got two, and you start slowing down, you're hurting yourself. You could be missing out on who could be booking parties with you. So I just want to kind of remind you guys to go hard and go fast and take advantage of what's going on right now. I had like aunts and uncles from other states messaging me and be like, hey, Tupperware was in the news. I'm like, I know. Are you having a party for me now? So use it to your advantage. And then I thought about this too. How many of your neighbors don't know that you're a Tupperware consultant? And then why don't they? So we're not out talking to them, right? But today is Halloween and they're all going to bring their little kids over to your house or to your trunk. And we made our bags for the kids, and I stuck little business cards in them with a citrus peeler, hole punched and tied to it. So it's just one more way of trying to get out there, because I want to do it while it's extra. I don't want to do it always, but I want to do it while it's hot. The neighbors heard on the news the other day about Tupperware, and then they're going to get a business card. It's kind of reinforcing you gotta need to see what this Barbara chick's doing over there, because she's driving a free car and she's kind of crushing it. And so if we don't have full calendars and we're not partying like maniacs for the next couple of weeks, we're going to see a huge dip in our business, but other people aren't. So the consultants that are partying like rock stars, they're going to continue to take out 2020. And they're going to have record-breaking numbers. Their bank accounts are going to be record-breaking. So I don't want you guys to slow down. That's kind of what I wanted to get at, or what I was trying to get at. Let me think what else I wanted to tell you guys. So yeah, if I'm not asking somebody to have a Tupperware party, somebody else is going to. And if they've heard about it recently, they're going to have a party with them, and I'm going to be really upset. So, and then the other thing is, last 2 Decembers ago is when I actually joined Tupperware. So the people that say, nobody wants to party, it's the holidays, or nobody wants to, join or get recruited because it's the holidays, totally false. I want you guys to not believe that. I joined as a VIP shopper to do my pantry with these modular maids that we all know and love so much. And I didn't even know the host. I didn't know the consultant. I didn't know the host, but I had a community Facebook group here, and somebody posted, I'm having an online Tupperware party. Do you want to come? Or do you want to look and see what's new? I hadn't seen Tupperware in years, right? So of course I checked it out, and I wanted to start my pantry. So I was like, yep, I will sign up and get the discount, do my pantry. And then for about 2 months, I just kept buying modular mates and making my own party. And then a couple months later, I was like, why am I spending my own money to earn all these things for free and stay active? So I started partying. So don't discount things like that, and don't get in your own head. So get out of your own heads and really crush the months. And then I think Kirsten wanted me to talk to you guys about booking parties off of parties and maybe some tips for those. Do you guys want some tips on booking parties? Talk to me in the comments. One of my favorite ways to book parties is the dating games. So Deal or No Deal, the envelope mystery game. And I'm always giving them the card that has date a party and get a free gift. And they could say no, but I'm still going to ask them again later when I'm doing my closing messaging them. And, you sure you don't want to help Susie Q? She only needs one more party booked. So having conversations with them. When you guys are running parties online, it's a lot different than running a party at somebody's house. Some of us think that we can just post the stuff and that the host is going to entertain her guests. But that's not always what happens. If I was running a party at my house and for a host, so let's say I let my daughter have a party at my house. I'm still going to talk to all of the people that come in my house. You're still going to talk to all the guests that are invited to the parties. So there's a lot of wording in Rock On, and I think Janelle just posted some really good wording the other day for that also, and for getting $15 VIPs. Let me see. Let me look in the chat and see if you guys. I think I'm done, Kristen.
Those are great tips and tricks, you guys. I think what I hear Barbara saying, thank you, Barbara.
Okay.
I think what I hear her saying is that she's chatting with people, she's talking to people, she's engaging. Like I think Janelle gave a great analogy one time, is if you were at a home party and you walked in the door and it was time to talk to them, you wouldn't go hide in the bathroom. It'd be kind of a crummy party, right? Like you got to engage, you got to talk, you got to talk to people, you got to, and I always say like, I run my parties a little bit like a home party because that's how I play. And I would imagine if you talk to some of my girls that were raised and bred like Heidi, I met her, I taught her in home parties, and I taught Stephanie Meester in home parties, and I taught, you know, like I think that we have a tendency to engage maybe even more. And I would encourage all of you, whether you've done a home party or not, to, if you're sitting there and there's 10 people in the room and I can see that they're all young moms with little kids, I'm not going to talk about the products they need when they retire. Do you know why? Because they're not that age, right? If I'm talking to people that are retired, I'm not going to talk about things that they can use for their 2-year-olds unless they tell me they have grandkids, because they're not going to need those. So you have to kind of I mean, the templates are great, but you can pick and choose from the templates too. And you can start realizing what people ask questions, you know, who's got little kids, who's got older kids, who's got, play a game, like whatever, get information about the people you're talking to and then engage them. Oh my gosh, you know, how old are your kids? And I'm not saying it has to be about kids. I'm just saying, like, talk to them. You know, do you work outside the home, inside the home? Like, you can play games and have fun and communicate with people. I do less posting and lots of words and more engaging. I'll say, you know, oh, this is really fun. I love it for my blah, 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 blah. Watch this video and tell me your favorite features. And then I keep talking in the comments about features, and I'm engaging people and I'm private messaging them. And that's where I book parties and that's where I engage people. So I would just say, remember, like Barbara said, you wouldn't invite people into your house and not talk to them. This Facebook party is your house. You are the consultant. It's your house. So you don't get to peace out and hide in the bathroom. So if you're waiting for your host to do everything, you're hiding in the bathroom. And I'm not saying you, please encourage your host. The parties are better when your host is talking to people. Parties are better at a home party when the host and you are talking to people. That's how life is. So you got to remember that just because we're in a virtual world doesn't mean that the rules of engagement don't stop applying. Like, you still have to, it's the people that do the best in this business are those that are chatting with people. And by chatting, I mean messaging, talking, interacting. That's just what this business is all about. So will there be dead parties? Absolutely. Will they be somewhere, no matter how hard you work, nobody engages? Absolutely. However, you know, there's also a new post, and I may not have put it on Rock On. I might have only put it in the directors, but I can put it in the main page too. I've got a couple of graphics that say like, hey, and it's like numbers 1 through 6 or 1 through 7 or something. Where are you in this? And it says like, I haven't ordered yet. I haven't looked this. I'm looking for a link. I don't want anything right now. I'm waiting till my paycheck. And people can respond to that. And sometimes you can get really good information. Maybe somebody hasn't responded because they're just waiting to get paid till Friday. And if you knew that, you'd know to hold the orders or the party till Friday, or you'd know to create a Tupper Connect, or you'd know something else. So I will post those images, the party polls. I will post the images that I have as well on the team page. I'm not sure if I posted them on the team page, but those are really good to use in parties as well. So thank you, Barbara. You did a great job. Everybody say thank you, Barbara. Thanks for training for us. I appreciate it. Okay. We need a couple more winners because winners are fun.
All right, I got
So.
him. Krista